You would ask survivors, people like my brother, what happened, and they didn't really want to talk about it because they were so badly traumatised. I now know that my mum was begging for help at one stage when she was being badly crushed. My mum was a very sort of bubbly, upbeat character. She'd always been a Liverpool fan. We started going together as a family to as many games as we could. I just remember sort of turning on the television just before 3 o'clock for Saturday grandstands, and we went to a live shot where there were people walking around on the pitch. You kind of knew instantly that it wasn't a pitch invasion. Then you started to get reports of people dying, and that's when the panic really set in, and the anxiety. It was almost like I had a sense that my brother was fine and my mum wasn't. Tried to lie down and get a bit of sleep, and a police car pulled up, and well, once you see the police car, you know, don't you? I said, "Is she still alive?" And he said no. And I just went completely numb. And that was the second, I think, my world just completely fell apart. We never got any official explanation from the police or anything like that, from the ambulance service, nothing like that. Basically, I had to wait, you know, over a quarter of a century to really find out what actually happened to my mum. She was at one point during the crush begging police officers and ambulance officers for help. At a slightly later stage, when she was turning purple and blue, a police officer saw her struggling and attempted to give her the kiss of life through the fence, but she didn't respond positively. She shuddered and died, he said. And she was standing there dead with the rest of them for quite some time till her body was taken out. My state of mind was so bad that I couldn't even attend the first inquest. I was too depressed and too traumatised by the whole thing. When it was announced that new inquests were to take place, everything I did was for these new inquests, everything I did. For 27 years, everyone that was culpable did their absolute utmost to keep all of us families and the survivors in the dark about what actually really happened that day. And that prevented us from getting justice. But they couldn't keep us in the dark forever. I think the Human Rights Act has been incredibly important for securing these verdicts for the families. I think it's one of the most important pieces of legislation that governs rights for UK citizens. On the 26th of April 2016, the light finally shone.